No, it's okay. Okay, it's fine. Hello guys. How are you? I'm just gonna be doing a quick update because hello, my sound. What is going on? Let me put this light on. Hello, Pamalik Kamara. How are you? How are you? Thank you so much. I just wanted to bring you guys some quick updates. If you have been following Kirfatu, I'm sure you have seen our update on the ruling, the Supreme Court ruling. The background to this is that, the United Democratic Party sued some public servants like ambassadors, political advisors, and who are holding political office. So today the Supreme Court is delivering. As we speak, they are delivering their ruling right now. As we speak right now, they started the advisors. The advisors are, it's going to be a long day because the advisors are Dembo Bojang, Lamin Cham, Dusano, Lamin Kesedi, and Suleiman Kamara. But right now, they're just starting to start that ruling right now. But what we have now, the first ruling that came is the case against Sehtijan Haidara. Sehtijan Haidara is the party leader of GANU party, and he was former Minister of Justice during Yahya Jammeh's time. So he set up his own party, GANU, and last presidential election, they had a coalition with the APRC Non-Alliance. We all remember he was supposed to be their candidate until they did a merger with the GDC. So Sehtijan Haidara in the court denied that GANU is a registered political party. And the court said there's no evidence that Sehtijan that GANU is a registered political party, and that Sehtijan Haidara is an office holder of this party the time he was being appointed as ambassador. Therefore, because there's no evidence, UDP did not provide evidence of their political party registration. So because of that, the court ruled that the case against Sehtijan is failed, meaning that UDP did not bring evidence. So that was the ruling in Sehtijan's case. Now, Fatoumata Jallow, who is the current ambassador, Gambia's ambassador in South Africa, is a member of the APRC, was former speaker, a member, I think she's the general secretary of the APRC. Don't misquote me, I'm not sure about the exact title. But the court said, the Supreme Court said there is no evidence that the APRC is a registered political party. But even if we assume that APRC is a political party, the plaintiff would still need to prove that. UDP would still need to prove that Fatoumata Jallow, the time she was appointed as an ambassador, was an office holder in the APRC. Meaning, yes, okay, even we assume that APRC is a political party that was registered in the Gambia, the UDP should have brought proof that the time she was appointed as ambassador, she was an active member of the APRC. So, because the court said the plaintiff, UDP, failed to bring those proof. They did not bring the proof that of her appointment. They didn't have that her appointment letter. Also, to confirm that the time that she was appointed as ambassador, at that time she was an active member of the APRC, even if we assume that the APRC was a registered party. But the court said they don't have any evidence that APRC is a registered political party. So therefore, the case against Ambassador Fatoumata Jallow failed because there's no evidence that APRC is a registered political party. Also, there is no evidence that the time that Fatoumata Jallow was appointed as ambassador, she was an active member of the APRC. So that is the court's ruling on Fatoumata. Again, the same conclusion for, in these cases, the court has taken the following decisions. Okay, so I'm getting updates for the other ones. So in the case against Lamin Bojang, the court also said that there is no evidence that Lamin is a member of the ANRD, and that ANRD was even a registered political party. So it's basically the same conclusion that UDP did not bring evidence that these people, hold on, first dependents were appointed as advisor while holding office in NPP. Ooh, okay. I'm getting development. Now the question is whether it was legal. Okay. So I'm getting more updates. So the court is saying that the first defendant, that is Dembo Bojang, they confirmed that was appointed as advisor while holding office in NPP. Now, hold on. Hello? Now? Okay. All right, hold on. Hello, Mr. Davo? Okay. I'm trying to get the party leader's reaction to this because it's just breaking and we're live, so hopefully he would want to speak to us. Yeah, hello? Mr. Davo, how are you? I am live on Kerfatu and I'm updating, I'm live on Kerfatu and I'm updating the viewers on the, I am live on Kerfatu. How are you? How is the tour going?
Well, going fine, going very well, yes.
I see that you have a rousing welcome in Basse. How did that happen?
Well, it has happened through grassroots mobilization. The UDP structures that are dormant have been rejuvenated, and of course, other people who belong to other parties, they are now convinced that UDP is the answer to Gambia's problem. That is why we have this South.
This is the same. I see the same route throughout in the North Bank and in Farafenye, especially in Farafenye, but now in Basse. And some people like me are saying, how did it happen? But there are claims that you people are importing people from the neighboring country, Senegal. How true is that?
Well, we hope I usually have the resources to do that. That's certainly up to false. Right? We've come with less than 100 people, so we are not important people. These are Gambians. Yeah? We went to meet them in the local. In fact, you see the way they are dressed, that these are the local producer people. Yeah. So there's no iota of truth in what they are saying. I think they are shocked to see that their base has been penetrated, particularly Upper Salu.
Yeah.
We are particularly continuing into Upper Salu. Yes.
How was I was going to come there. Upper Salum, the pictures and the videos that I saw from Upper Salum was kind of for me was like, really, how did this happen?
Yeah, again, it happened through grassroots mobilization, as well as people feeling disappointed, people realizing now they had always been back in the wrong path. So now they are now convinced that UDP is the answer to their problem. One of the villages in Upper Salu, could you believe, since 1965, when Ghana became independent till now, they are asking for water. That's really inconceivable. I gave them no promise, but I can tell you here that I'm making arrangements for that place to have a borehole.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is UDP's message to these people? Because I know when the president goes on the president's Meet the People tour, he is promising them what government is going to do. What is UDP's message during this Meet the People tour?
Well, our message to them is that we believe that the human capital and how to develop the human capital, that is develop agriculture, have a good health service delivery system, have a good educational system, and then you build a nation from that. That is what we tell the people. You can have all other developments, their foundation is really on the human capital. And of course, we produce it back again. The Gambia we want development one, the Gambia we want development two. That is uplifting Gambia from a least development country to a mid-income country, and subsequently to a high income nation. That's what we want to do. We are learning a lot from Cape Verde, which was gained independence at the same time as Gambia, and Gambia was far ahead of Cape Verde when both of us went independent. Cape Verde had to come to Gambia on study tour, how to improve on their tourism, how to develop their tourism. But now they have overtaken us. They are now in the middle income level, and this is what we are doing. And this is what we are telling the Gambian people. We have to get ourselves out of this cycle of poverty. And we can only do this by really addressing the key issues that will catalyze Gambia's move from a least developed nation to a low income nation to a middle income nation.
Yeah. So I know I'm not going to hold you any more longer. I'm doing updates because we are covering the ruling at the Supreme Court right now. What we have so far is that the UDP's claims against Fatoumata Jallow, against Tijan Haidara, against Rambo Jata, against have all failed, and the reason is the UDP. There's no evidence that all of these people, APRC or GANU or ANRD, are registered political parties. And then there's no evidence that the time they have been appointed, they were holding those positions. What is your initial? The other one that we just got is that the first defendant, Dembo Bojang, was appointed, the ruling is he was appointed as advisor while holding office in NPP. Now, the question is whether it's legal or not. That's what we're waiting for. But the other ones, you have lost the case. What is your initial reaction?
Well, my reaction is I'm disappointed. I don't think the Supreme Court has that time to look at the document properly. And to say that this could be look, how can anybody in his same mind dispute that APR is a registered political party? Party that ruled the Gambia for so many years, and this will be admitted being members of that party, and they admitted being office holders in that party. All they said is that but we resign after all. That is what I said. That is what I said. So I have not had any proper briefing by my lawyers. We are waiting to hear. We are waiting to hear that. But I can tell you this from what I have seen. I'm going to apply. I'm going to ask my lawyers advice whether we can apply for the review, because you cannot really take hide behind lack of evidence. When they all admit that yes, President has admitted that yes, he is leader of Gambia, but he resigned, and it was the guy, and this was from a resign. Can you resign from a political party and then there's no evidence? Anyway, I'll have to wait for my lawyers to give me proper advice. And certainly, I don't think the Supreme Court is doing justice to the Gambian people. I don't think the Supreme Court is really reading their document, the process that's before them. If they did read those documents, they cannot say that. In fact, they're losing confidence of the Gambian people to say that APRC is not it's a political party, there's no evidence. Constant judicial notices and notorious facts that constant judicial notice of which party has been elected Yaya. Which party? Was it not APRC? It's for me, they are making Gambian people lose respect for themselves. Just lose respect for the ministers of justice. But I personally, these civil cases will not make me lose confidence in the ministers of justice in the country, but it makes me feel very disappointed that eminent people with sound legal mind, well-educated people like that, can come and give such type of judgment. It is quite, I think it's not doing good for our country. It is not vindicating our country. It is in fact giving credence, credibility to some of this loose stuff that goes around town. I see how people are using information on the social media, and that is showing that, look, you people, are you in your right mind? You can dispute that you are a political party. And on the pleadings, these people, they admit this fact. And now you say that there's no evidence. They have always said that what is admitted needs new proof. But I'm waiting for better briefing from my lawyer. And in the next couple of days, I'm back in Banjul, and I hope that within that period, we'll be able to put the necessary review application to the Supreme Court. Again to the Supreme Court, that will be a panel of study. I think a panel of study. Let them review it, and I hope they'll come to the assent. Supreme Court has made rulings in the past, dismissing cases or allowing cases, and they have been reviewed, and those reviews. And those reviews are submitted. So we'll do the same thing.
The Supreme Court, your election petition case was dismissed based on procedural issues, and this one also, this court is saying you did not bring evidence of any of these claims that you're doing. You said this is making the people lose confidence in the court, but they are saying you have not proven your case. You have not brought evidence.
What I'm saying is that the pleading. It is quite clear on the pleading. What are you resigning from? When you say that I have resigned, and in fact there's no sort of publication placed before them. The government goes before Fatoumata Jallow has resigned from his position, from her position as the General of the the spokesperson for APRC, made that announcement.
Yeah.
In the face of that, what more evidence do you need? In the pleadings they admitted, what more evidence do you need? President Hydra admits that, in fact, after his appointment, he resigned. So he resigned as leader of Ghana. And admitted that Ghana is a registered political party. What evidence do you need? Now, for the petition thing, that is his personal me. So I don't want anyone to think that I'm fighting for. But this is for the Gambia. Yeah. That adherence to the Constitution. That is for the benefit of the Gambian people. And we really, when the Supreme Court comes out in this way, it is shocking. And with all due respect to these eminent judges, I think they have done a great deal of injustice to the Gambian people. They have really not looked at the document before them. They really failed to really appreciate, the statements that were made in that newspaper. I think this is the standard, which was placed before them as in evidence. You cannot ignore those and say that's not evidence. Maybe you want to say that I'm not attached much value to that evidence. But to say no evidence, I think that is absolutely wrong. That is absolutely wrong. They could say that the way they want to attach to it. But to say there's no evidence, that is absolutely wrong. We produce, meetings of Congress. It is only political parties that hold Congress. You have the details before them. So what? Anyway, when I come back, my lawyer will, I have consultation with my lawyer. He will apply to have the case reviewed. Yeah, and then if they wish to perpetuate, violation of the Constitution, let them do so. Let them do so. And this is really very political. It's very political because we see that the sacred trust of the Gambian people in the Supreme Court, is gradually being ignored. I won't say betrayed, but it's being ignored. Yeah.
You have always been an advocate, supporter of the judiciary, but the tone that you are speaking today, I'm getting a different tone. Why that?
No, because all those other issues, they are personal to me. Like the petition cases were personal to me. Yeah. So people might think that yes, it affect anyone elections, but then it was me. And then the results, that went against me. I was contesting it. So if there's anything that comes out of it, I'll be personally, I'll be benefiting from it. But this one is the Gambian people. It's the entire Gambian people. So, really ignoring the documents before them, I think, is doing a lot of justice to the Gambian people. So that is why I'm thinking this way, But as I said, I still have confidence in the administration of justice because the Supreme Court is not the only, it's not the only court, in the entire judiciary system. You have the magistrates, you have the High Court, you have the Court of Appeal. So you cannot put all of them in the same category to say that no, you can't. And in any case, cannot say anything about them for all cases. But I think this one, they've really done monumental injustice to the Gambian people. And you have to voice out that, with all due respect.
Thank you very much, Honorable Dawo. We'll hopefully, when you come back, we can have a longer interview.
Yes, I think when you come back, we'll have an interview.
Yes.
And I'll play it before you. You'll see the stuff. You'll see what is waiting for the Gambia. I think it's saying except so and so and so. Except that Ghana is a registered political paragraph so and so is denied. So you admitted that Ghana is a registered political. And leader of what? Leader, of course, not leader of a political party.
Yeah.
So and then, of course, it also clear that Ghana was one of the political parties that went into alliance with APRC. That's admitted.
Yes.
So what more evidence do you need that Ghana is not a political party? What more evidence do you need? Anyway, okay. I'm happy that you brought this to my attention because I have not been contacted by my lawyer yet.
Actually, right now the court is in process. Right now, they finished with the ambassadors. They just started the deliberation on the presidential advisor. So so it's not even over yet. It's still on.
Okay.
It's saying the court is saying in the case of the following: the Lamin Cham, Dembo by Force, Dusano Henry, and Lamin Kese, the Suleiman Kamara, the first defendant, were appointed as advisors whilst holding office in NPP. Now we're waiting. My correspondent is telling me now the question is whether it was legal. So that's what we're waiting for.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was the same pleading. The same pleading. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll wait. We'll wait.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We are going up now to Manna.
But how? But Ali Base do tale kununde, ah?
I can't do that.
Ngawale jekai. Thank you very much, Mr. Dabo. We'll catch up when you come back from the tour and have an interview. Thank you so much for talking to us. Thank you. So that is the UDP leader, lawyer Usainu Dabo. We just wanted to get their reaction there on tour. We wanted to get their reaction as to what happened, what was going on, what happened on the tour, but also, sorry, I'm not concentrating. Also, somebody said, what is the interest of Kerfato in this matter? This is a monumental case. Kerfato is interested in everything. And we have always done this, even when cabinet, you don't tell us our job. Anyway, let me go back to what I'm doing. So yes, so what we are updating you on is the ruling that is ongoing right now at the Supreme Court, the UDP against the ambassadors and also the presidential advisors. The court determined that Rambo Jata, Lamin Bojang, Fatoumata Jallow Basise, and Sheikh Tijan Haidara, the case against them failed because the court said there was no evidence that APRC, ANRD were registered and GANU were registered political parties. And also the court also said UDP did not provide enough evidence, did not provide any evidence to confirm that these people were members of those parties. But also the court further went to say there was no evidence at the time, even if we assume that APRC was a political party, there was no evidence that when Fatoumata Jallow or Rambo were appointed, they were members of that party. So their appointment letters were not provided. APRC party registration was not provided. So there was no determination whether APRC was a political party and that whether Fatoumata Jallow Basise was a member at the time she was appointed. So the court did not have those evidence. But they did not stop there. In the case of Rambo, I think it applies to everybody, the court said no suits determined in all cases, both the plaintiffs and defendants, neither side proved their allegations. So the consequences is that the plaintiffs can refile the case and bring the evidence. So UDP can still go back to the court. Okay, let me see what this is saying. I just got to update. The Republic officers are not servants or members of civil service. Their appointment has no restriction. So they fail against so I'm going to update. So the case against the advisors also is also failed. The advisors, Dembo Boja, Lamin Cham, Dusano, Henry Gomez, Lamin Kesedi, and Suleiman Kamara, the case against them has failed right now. They are saying the Republic officer, they are Republic officers and not political servants or members of the civil service. Their appointments has no restriction and is temporal. So they can be political. So from what I'm saying here, the court saying that they can continue in their positions. That case also has failed. So that's the update I'm getting. Let me just wait. It's writing again, but that is what is happening in the Supreme Court. So it seems like Dembo by Force, Lamin Cham, Dusano, Henry Gomez, Lamin Kesedi, Suleiman Kamara, their appointments, the court is saying, is okay, from what I'm getting. The appointment has no restriction and it is temporal. They can be political because they are advisors, so they can be political. That is what the Supreme Court is saying. So, you know, so what the Supreme Court is saying is that, yes, they were appointed. You know, it has confirmed that these defendants were appointed as advisors while holding public office in NPP. Well, yes, but the court is also saying their appointments are valid. That's the point. The appointments of the officers, the advisors are valid. That's what. This is a big win for the NPP advisors, but it's also a big win for these other political party ambassadors who have been appointed by the president. So all in all, it's a win for NPP. Dembo, Bojang, Lamin Cham, Dusano, Henry Gomez, Lamin Kesedi, and Suleiman Kamara, but also for Fatoumata Jallow, Lamin Bojang of NRD, and Seth Tijan. But what we have seen that Seth Tijan has resigned from ANRD, Fat Jahumpa has officially resigned from APRC. We saw those reports, but the court is saying they cannot prove that APRC or GAN were political registered. So this is the update. The update from the Supreme Court is, I'm going to see if I can get one of the UDP lawyers' reaction, but you know, to see, but I guess Lawyer Dabo has reacted, so that is enough. But that is what the court is saying. So the court is saying the advisors, Dembo Bojang, Lamin Cham, Dusano, Henry Gomez, Lamin Kesedi, Suleiman Kamara, their appointments are valid. Their appointments as presidential advisors are valid because the court determined that these appointments have no restrictions and is temporal. They can be political. So that is because they are not, it's saying that they are not civil servants. They are not public servants or members of the civil service. So therefore, their appointments are valid and they you know, so it's okay. They can continue in their positions as advisors to the president. So this is the ruling. I hope you understand it. Let me check whether it's all done now. 1 minute. I'm checking with my correspondent to check if it's all done now. So for the case of Rambo, Fatoumata Jallow, and for the case of Rambo, Fatoumata Jallow, Lamin Bojang, and others, what is the court signaling is that they can appeal. But the court did not determine whether their positions are political or temporal. The court did not determine that. But all it said, UDP did not provide enough evidence. But in the case of the advisors, the court said, yes, we can confirm that they were appointed into office the time and when they were members of the NPP. But the court is also saying, yes, they are members of the NPP, but that is okay because their appointments are temporal and these are political positions. They can be political. So the advisors, their appointments are valid. This is the ruling. So I just wanted to come here and update because we were just writing it and writing. So I thought it was good while the deliberations was on just to do a quick update on what really was happening at the Supreme Court. So this is good because it's always good to test our laws, to go to the Supreme Court and see what is, you know, you remember the Akumba case, you know, that was a landmark ruling. So it's always good to go to the courts and determine these things. But all in all, it's a big win for the NPP advisors, the NPP. Now the president has no limitations when it comes to appointing advisors because advisor positions are legal. So they can, can call you, give him the phone. I'm trying to get Boriture's reaction. I'm trying to call somebody to give the phone to Boriture so I can get his reaction. Bori is UDP's lawyer. He's the one on this case. So I'm gonna see if I can get him on the phone to get his reaction. You know, it's always good to. Sorry guys for my, you know, let me try if I will get whether I will get Gori. They just finished the ruling, so hopefully, I'm not sure if he will pick, but they just finished the case and they are at the Supreme Court. So this is the ruling. No, so he didn't pick, but I guess the he didn't pick. So he didn't pick, but I just wanted to update you guys on what happened, what the ruling said, and what the judgment is. So thank you so much for watching, and you know, that is the ruling. All in all, it's a win for the NPP advisors. So their appointments have been validated by the Supreme Court. For the ambassadors, the court is saying there was no evidence that their parties were registered, and there was no evidence that they were working. The time of their appointment, they were members of those parties. Now, the court did not tell us whether, if you're an ambassador, you could still be a member of a political, you know, you can be appointed, you can be an ambassador and be a member of a political party. The court did not say that. The court only said there's no evidence that their parties were registered and whether they were also members of those parties. So that is the ruling. Thank you so much for watching, and join me later on. I have the Minister of Higher Education, Prof. Gomez. We'll talk about the Higher Education Department and the ongoing lecturer strike at the UTG. What is the way forward? What are they doing to bring back calm at the UTG? Thank you. See you again. Bye-bye. See you at 5:30. Bye-bye to you all. Bye.